Finding a good and rare acapella can be an inspiration goldmine for electronic producers. Today we'll take a look at how to use PEEL from Z-Plane Development to create your own acapellas using vintage recordings. I'll start off with some virtual crate digging at tracklib.com. If you don't know tracklib.com, it's a huge library of vintage recordings that you can search in any type of form. Once you find the song you're looking for, you can download it and you can produce your song with it. And once you get ready to release your song, they make it really easy to license the sample for a simple fee, so you get all the pain of licensing samples out of the way. Today I'm looking for a soulful vocal, so I'll go and check all tracks. I'll set genre to R&B and soul. Release year, we're working with PEEL, so we want it to be stereo, so it can't be too old. Let's say from 1965 to 1975, maybe 76 even. All right, so you get a nice selection, and now you can go and start looking at what you want. Like this. Will you groove with me? Maybe. No, not what I'm after. Devil with a bust. A little messy. Going through the motions. Not really what I'm after. Nice strings could be also useful. I can hear that the vocal is well placed in the mix, making it easy to isolate with PEEL. You can look at the BPM and key, so we know how to treat the sample once we download it. Oh yeah, I can see how this could work. Nice chorus, and I can certainly make this work. So let's just download it. Once it's downloaded, I can go to work on it in my DAW. Today we'll be using Reason, but the process will be similar in any other setup. Alright, so we have the track playing in Reason on an audio track. The project I'm working on is a housey French house kind of thing, and for that purpose I'm mainly interested in the chorus and the strings that follow the chorus. So the next order of business here is to isolate the chorus and the strings. So we'll do that with PEEL. Drag one in here, and we set to work by simply getting PEEL open. What we see here is a spectral representation of the spatial dimension from left to right and the frequency range from low to high. And we can drag out a rectangle to try to isolate the vocals, which is usually in the middle. There we go. You can see that the strings are placed in roughly the same frequency range and also the same stereo space as the vocals, so the strings will be leaking in a little bit. I think we can use this to our advantage in this project. As we're using the strings too. Okay, so we have isolated the vocals. If you want some other part of the song, you can just, listen for the bass. If you want just the strings, keyboards, and so on. So it's really easy to just carve out the stuff that you're looking for, but in this case we're talking about acapellas, so we narrow the selection down a little bit. And now what you do next is up to you. I mean, you could bounce this to a new recording and start chopping and cutting, which is what I'll do. another thing you could do is also to route the selected audio to a separate output for separate treatment. If you're interested in how to do that, take a look at the blog on Z-Plane Development's website, and there are plenty of guides for different DAWs and how to do that kind of processing. But what we do here is starting to cut up the samples and see what we end up with. So after some careful cutting, pasting, moving, aligning, and trying again, I ended up with a little loop of strings and vocals that sounds something like this. Not much, you might say, but then we do that producer thing and add some drums and synths and bass and whatnot, and you end up with a full little track like this. Alright, so why don't you try it out yourself? PEEL is available as a free demo from Z-Plane Development, zplane.de, and Tracklib is available at tracklib.com. It took me just a few minutes to get all the processing done, and the rest is just regular track making. Have fun!